Beneath the sparkling Mediterranean, Crete hides a secret older than Egypt's towering pyramids. Over 4,000 years ago, from around 2,700 to 1,450 BCE, the Minoans built a dazzling world on this sun-kissed island. Their greatest wonder was Knossos, a sprawling palace with bright walls painted with leaping bulls, smiling women picking flowers, and dolphins gliding through waves. They crafted clever pipes from clay, letting water flow to keep their homes fresh and clean, a marvel that feels like it belongs to our time. Who were these people, weaving beauty and courage into every corner of their lives by the restless sea? The Minoans were born to sail. Their wooden ships, with wide sails catching the breeze, danced across the blue waters to faraway lands. They carried heavy jars of olive oil, sweet wine, and soft woven cloth to Egypt, where pharaohs ruled, and to busy markets in the east, where spices filled the air. In return, they brought home treasures, shiny shells from deep seas, sparkling stones from desert hills, and soft metals to shape into tools. On Crete, life was warm and full. Families sat in sunny courtyards, eating fresh figs, fish grilled over fires, and bread baked from golden barley. Children ran through dusty streets, chasing each other under olive trees while their parents worked and laughed. The Minoans made beautiful things, pots painted with curling waves, tiny gold rings that shone like the sun, and necklaces strung with colorful beads. They loved to create, and every piece they touched seemed to hold a bit of their joy. In their quiet moments, the Minoans turned to the earth. They built small shrines in their homes and prayed in caves high on Crete's hills. Statues of women holding snakes, their eyes calm and strong, stood in sacred places, showing a deep love for the land. These women might have been wise leaders, guiding their people in songs and dances under the stars. The Minoans also loved bulls, painting them on walls and shaping them from clay. Young men and women, brave and quick, would leap over charging bulls in a daring game, their feet barely touching the animals' backs. This wasn't just sport. It was a way to honor the world they cherished, a world of strength and balance. Their homes were as lively as their hearts. Knossos was more than a palace. It was a busy town where people worked, ate, and dreamed. Its rooms opened to the sky, letting sunlight spill across floors. Other palaces, like Phaistos and Melia, stood proud on Crete's hills, each one a center of life. The Minoans built with smooth stones and strong wood, making their houses safe even when the ground shook, which it often did on their trembling island. They painted their walls with pictures of flowers, birds, and waves, making every space feel alive. In the evenings, they gathered in wide courtyards, sharing stories, singing songs, and eating meals that smelled of herbs and sea salt. Their clothes were bright, reds, blues, and yellows, stitched with care, and they wore jewelry that caught the light, from gold earrings to beads of green stone. The Minoans worked hard to feed their people. Farmers grew wheat and lentils in fields fed by clever water channels. Fishermen sailed out at dawn, pulling nets full of silver fish from the deep. Shepherds led goats up rocky paths, their bells ringing in the quiet hills. Women spun soft wool into thread, weaving it into cloth that felt like a warm hug. Everyone had a role, and every role mattered. The Minoans stored their food in huge clay jars, some as tall as a person, keeping grain and oil safe for lean times. They were careful, always planning, always ready for tomorrow. But tomorrow brought a storm they couldn't outrun. Around 1600 BCE, a volcano on an island nearby called Thera burst with a roar that echoed across the sea. The sky turned black with ash, and waves as tall as trees crashed onto Crete's shores, sweeping away homes and boats. Dust buried fields, and fish fled the poisoned waters. The Minoans, who had always found a way, now faced empty stores and hungry children. Their bright world dimmed, their laughter quieter. They tried to rebuild, piling stones back into walls, but the damage was deep. Their ships sailed less often, and their markets grew still. Then, new faces appeared on the horizon. The Mycenaeans, a fierce people from the lands of Greece, came with sharp swords and heavy ships. They were not like the Minoans, who loved peace and built no walls to keep enemies out. The Mycenaeans wanted power, and Crete, weakened by the volcano's wrath, was an easy prize. By 1450 BCE, Knossos was burning, its bright walls crumbling, its courtyards silent. The other palaces fell too, their fires lighting the night. The Minoans, once so full of life, slipped away, their voices lost to the wind. Yet Crete holds their memory tight. The people who live there now carry Minoan blood in their hearts, a quiet tie to the past. The stories of mazes and brave heroes, like the ones about a monster in a labyrinth, grew from Minoan days, passed down to ancient Greece. Knossos still stands, its red pillars bright against the blue sky, its painted walls telling tales of a people who loved fiercely. What broke their shining world? Was it the volcano's fire, the Mycenaean's blades, or a deeper wound we can't yet see? The island keeps its secrets, tucked in stone and shadow, waiting for someone to walk its paths, to listen to the whispers, and to find the next piece of a story that burns to be told.